Good.
The public gets a chance to sound off shortly on Rockingham County's budget. A public hearing on the proposed budget for next fiscal year begins at 6 o'clock tonight at Turner Ashby High School. The sheriff's office is under the gun from the state. The county budget includes $664,000 in cuts to state aid for the sheriff's office. And joining us now by phone to discuss his budget is Rockingham County Sheriff Don Farley. He is recovering at home from back surgery. Sheriff, thanks for joining us, and how are you feeling?
Well, I'm doing much better. It's been about 5 days since surgery and getting better every day, and it's always good talking to you, Bob.
All right. Well, your budget covers two areas, the jail and the sheriff's office. Is the $664,000 in state cuts the total for both?
Yes, it is. It affects the entire operation.
And significant cuts on both sides, I guess.
That is correct. On the correction side, which is the jail, and the law enforcement side, which is what people mostly see responding to their calls.
Okay. How is local funding holding up?
Well, I guess it really depends on who you talk to. And we're struggling just like any other county is. We've been very fortunate with the county board of supervisors and the city council. Back when budgets weren't quite as tight, they made some decisions to withhold some monies that maybe we wouldn't spend then. They said, let's wait for a rainy day, and they've done that, and the rain's starting to pour. But I think we can say that Rockingham County is stable.
Okay, and you also get, maybe explain to the viewers, you get funding from the city, even though you're the county sheriff, in regards to the jail, right?
Oh, well, actually, I'm the city sheriff also.
True, right.
But yes, we do. The city pays for 50% of the jail operations because probably more than half of the inmates we have are from the city. Right. And then the county takes care of the law enforcement side.
Right. So how are you planning to make up the deficit?
Well, about the only way I have, Bob, is to cut personnel on any deficits that I can't meet. And over the last year and a half, we've actually lost 17 personnel from the office. So we are really loading up on different personnel to do multiple jobs. Each day we go in and assess where our needs are, and that's how we go about assigning where the personnel will be for that day. And that makes us a tighter organization. Not all cuts are bad because it does make you reassess yourself. But right now we have to go in, and what a deputy does today might be totally different from what they do tomorrow, and that's not always the best case scenario.
Mm-hmm. What does the loss of people do to service?
Well, I just recently did the last year report on our response time when someone calls in. And right now we're at 16 minutes, and that's if someone would call in on a Friday or Saturday night and say, my flower pot's taken off my front porch, or to a more serious crime that might involve personal injury. The average time is 16 minutes for us to get to that location. That's something I'm really going to have to keep an eye on because we don't want that to increase. We worked real hard over the many years to get an advantage in law enforcement, and the county and the city have both worked with me so that we're trying to make that as less devastating as possible.
At what point, Don, does safety get compromised? Obviously, you're adjusting, but at some point there's got to be a level where you really can't go below a certain level, right?
Well, and that's always the case in the jail. We have to have a certain amount of personnel to operate the jail. We have over 300 inmates that are there. It's a day-to-day thing, Bob. Some days are real quiet, and we can thank our lucky stars at the end of the day. Other days, such as this past weekend, we need to bring in a lot of extra people to take care of any situation.
Because talking about last weekend, you're referring to the Springfest incident where you all helped out, right?
That's correct. And we had to bring extra people in to operate the jail. We had to bring extra people in we actually answered most of the city's calls for service while that whole charade was going on.
All right, very good. Well, Rockingham County Sheriff Don Farley, get well soon, and thanks for joining us.